Hey there, good morning YouTube. My name is Rachel, aka Lilyworks, and I am a full-time stay-at-home mom and a part-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace. And we have about 20 orders going out today. As you can tell, I am still sick, so I will turn off this camera so you don't have to look at me. I'm a hot mess today. So yeah, let's get into these orders. So as usual, we are starting with jewelry. Now I haven't gotten a couple of these pieces yet. I'm gonna go through it with you in my jewelry drawers. Now my jewelry is getting, I guess my jewelry is overflowing now. So I have a bin of mostly like pearl type jewelry, and then my cuffs and bangles drawer is now too full, so I have this bin for that. My hoop hook earring is too full, so I put it in here. And then my brooches, same deal. So I'm gonna have to figure out something. Also my chunky necklaces and stuff are up there. But right now this is working, and yeah. So I'm going to look for some cufflinks. I sold two, well, right there and right there, 2 pairs this weekend of cufflinks. Here are 1 pair. So those are the older swank cufflinks, and they're really neat cobalt blue. Here are the other ones. Okay, so I have those, and then I have some ceramic earrings and some puffy shrimp earrings. Let's see if I can find, these are my hoop and hook earrings. I have a bajillion. There's a lot. All right. All right, lastly, let's look for those ceramic earrings. Those are very large, so you can see this is getting very full too, so we're gonna have to figure this situation out shortly. And these ceramic earrings are very large, so they should be somewhat easy to find. So let's see if I can find those. Here they are. So these are some monster giant earrings, and I'm going to put these away. Alright, so let's go through what sold over the weekend. These blue swank cufflink earrings, these sold for $15 on eBay. Buyer paid shipping. They are signed swank. It's sometimes, well, it's either sold on the back of this plate or it's sold, or I'm sorry, marked on the inside bar right here, swank. But these sold for $15, buyer paid shipping. I paid probably less than 50 cents from a jewelry jar. This I listed and it sold probably within an hour on Facebook Marketplace. It is like a brass cuff. I think a lot of these are made in India. It's like an etched cuff, and it's sold on Facebook Marketplace for $20. I paid $3.37 shipping, making my earnings $16.63. I got this in a Shop Goodwill lot for $1 or less. This little guy, I had shown him on a previous haul video. He is a little Napier turtle brooch, and he has green rhinestone eyes. He sold for $22.99. This was an accident. I did not mean to put free shipping, but it had free shipping on it on my eBay listing. So I paid $3.72, making my earnings $19.27. And I did not even have this guy in my Vendoo. I don't know how that happened, because he was not cross-posted. So not only was he not on Vendoo, but that means he also wasn't cross-posted off of eBay to other platforms. So I did not have in my notes how much I paid. So I do know I bought him at Salvation Army. I'm thinking between $3 and $5, but yeah, so there's that little guy. Here are these puff earrings. Now if you see these puff earrings, the style, a lot of them are actually like real gold. This is like a trendier style. I guess it's called a puffy shrimp. These hoops. These sold for $24.99 on eBay. And they're not, I tested these, they're not gold. But yeah, they still sold for a great profit. The buyer also paid shipping on top. And I got these out of a Shop Goodwill jewelry lot. Alright, next are these Sand Crest cufflinks. Let's see if they actually can show you where they say Sand Crest. They might say it on that little, so patent pending. Oh. Oh. That's where it is. So there is a mark right here. That mark is for Sand Crest, which I've never come across Sand Crest cufflinks before, so I learned something new. But yeah, these sold for $21.99 on eBay. I paid an average of $3 for these in that lot. Buyer paid shipping on top. Here's a bundle. So this bundle sold on Poshmark. So I'm going to split these, the sale 3 ways between the three different items. So about like, my profit is about like $10, $11 each on these. So yeah, the multi-chain necklace I've had for a super long time. Now it looks like nothing here in the package. I'm gonna have to pack this up a little bit better sending it out, but it's really actually pretty cool. You can see it in the picture, but this sold in the bundle. I've had that for a while, so I'm glad that's gone. This sold in the bundle. It's like a little chain pendant with like little tiny stones, sparkly crystal stones, and then some Clarks, which I will show you guys once I get some shoes. And those Clarks I just listed. So a lot of times with jewelry that is unnamed and based off of style only, I sell them in bundles on Poshmark, which works for me. Right. So yeah, the bundle sold for $40, making my earnings $32 on Poshmark. My cost of goods probably was around $4 since I got the shoes at the bins, and then these came from either Jewelry Jar or Shop Goodwill lot. Alright, this Avon pendant, really pretty and sweet. The buyer is pretty excited to get this. Sold on Poshmark for $16, making my earnings $12.80. I got this from a Shop Goodwill lot for less than $1. Here are these really big ceramic earrings. I got these from the antique store for probably $1.50, and the buyer paid $18 on Poshmark, making my earnings $12.68. This cat pin I just listed and then it sold right away. So many of you might already know the maker JJ. He does a lot of fun figural articulated brooch pins, but I actually haven't seen one painted. So when I got a Shop Goodwill lot, I got one that was just pewter tone, just the silver tone without the paint, and then one with the paint. Listed the one with the paint, and I put in my listing that the original owner might have painted the brooch, and it still sold. They didn't do too bad of a job. I think that the color looks really good. And there it is, signed JJ right there. Sold for $17 on Mercari. I paid $3.58 shipping, making my earnings $13.42. Got this from a Shop Goodwill lot for $1. All right, lastly is this butterfly pendant. I got this out of a Shop Goodwill lot. It has a real butterfly in there. So I'm thinking this is like a vintage type of pendant, and it sold for $25 on Mercari. I paid $3.39 shipping, making my earnings $21.61. And yeah, I got this out of the Shop Goodwill lot. So yeah, I'll put the earnings for my jewelry up on the screen. And then next, let's see, I sold some belts this week. Sold quite a bit. So yeah, let's go get some belts. All right, here are the belts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 belts. We'll start off with my favorite belt. This is a nice belt. This is actually a tooled Banana Republic belt. And if you guys sell belts, tooled belts always sell pretty well for me. And this one in particular, I really liked this raised detail. It's a little bit nicer done than a lot of the handmade tooled pieces, and it has some roses. And then this is Banana Republic, and I believe it's also Italian leather, possibly. But this one's been in my store for a while, but I was okay with it because it just was so nice. I did not want to sell it for a really cheap price. So this one sold for $29.99 on Facebook Marketplace. I paid $3.99 shipping, making my earnings $26, and I believe I got this from the bins for about 50 cents. Okay, this Gap belt, this sold on eBay. This is a vintage Gap belt with that contrast stitching. There is some wear to the hardware. You can see that tarnish there. Yeah, sold for $13. I believe I picked this up at the bins. Buyer paid shipping on eBay. This I've had for a while. This is an Aeropostale. Yeah, an Aeropostale flower belt. Really cute, I think. Really festival boho looking studded leather belt. Sold for $20 on eBay. I paid $3.99 shipping, making my earnings $16.01. And I picked this up at the bins a while ago because I still had free shipping on this particular item. So that's been in my store for a while. Here is an Abercrombie & Fitch belt. If you guys don't know, there's a resurgence of some mall brands because of the Y2K 90s TikToks, nostalgia and fashion trends that are going on lately. And back when I was younger, my family and I guess, we could not afford to shop at like the American Eagle and Abercrombie & Fitch and Hollister and things like that. So I always thought it was really expensive, and and really well made. I still think Abercrombie & Fitch is actually really well made. Their belts in particular, the American Eagle belts, Abercrombie & Fitch, Gap, all those leather belts are really well made, so I still pick them up no matter what. But yeah, this had that moose on it for the Abercrombie & Fitch. Sold for $25 on Poshmark, making my earnings $20, and I picked this up at the bins for less than 50 cents. Lastly, I believe I got this at the bins as well, or at the regular thrift. This is an Italian croc print leather belt. I sold this one on Mercari for $23 this morning. I paid $3.87 shipping, making my earnings $19.13. And I will put my belt total up on the screen. I did not sell any purses, otherwise purses and hats, which hats are over up there. Otherwise I would have included those, but today it is only belts. Alright, so as I'm editing this video, I noticed that my shoe video completely disappeared off of my phone, off of my computer. So I'm going to go through shoe sales with you just here while I'm editing. Okay, so I have these Dansko sandals right here, and these sold for $22, I believe. I took a best offer on eBay for those, and the buyer paid shipping, and I already just got a good review for these. She said better than expected. And yeah, so Dansko sandals don't do as well as the Dansko clogs, but they still do sell. And these sandals in particular had a really cool design with different styled buttons. All right, next are these vintage granny style boots. I have them listed as vintage granny black leather lace-up ankle boots, and these always do really well for me, whether on Etsy or eBay or Poshmark. And these sold for $35. I took a best offer. I did put granny core in the title. I've never personally looked up granny core for myself or cottage core or anything like that, but that is a thing. All right, and the buyer paid shipping. Oh, the Danskos and these boots I picked up at the bin, so really low on cost of goods. As you guys saw, I put in a picture before of those blue Clarks. Those sold in the bundle. And then the last two pair of shoes were actually exactly the same. So it's these Nanette Lepore sandals. These are both new with tag. And I've had these for a few months now. I would say 4 months. And what's interesting is I have 3 pairs of these, and 2 of them sold within like an hour of the other. I don't know, and they both sold on Poshmark. So I don't know if it was like some like girls that are in like a wedding or something that wanted the same shoes. When I was looking at comps, there was nothing online for them, so that's kind of why I decided to pick them up. I know Nanette Lepore is a little bit nicer of a brand to sell clothing wise. I don't really sell clothing, but I saw these new with tag shoes at Burlington. I was actually getting a bit of new with tag inventory just to have that new with tag in my store. I would not suggest picking these up. I believe I paid $24.99 each for the shoes. I don't know what I was thinking. I actually have done better at Burlington with like belts or shoes that have been clearanced. So anyways, needless to say, these sold, these first pair sold for $65 on Poshmark. I forget what my earnings were, but I can put them up on the screen. And then the second pair sold for $58. And so that was a size 8.5 and a size 8, and I have one more size left. So I doubled my money, a little bit doubled my money on these 2 Nanette Lepore heels. But yeah, don't get your money tied up like I did in some new with tags items. But these did get so much attention. I don't know. Sometimes I get like on these kicks where I'm like, yes, new with tags, bring in traffic, bring in views, and it will bring in more views to my other items. And sometimes I'm like, well, that's been sitting there for a while. So after all is said and done, I don't think I would do that again. And I did make money at the end of the day. So learn from me. So yeah, I will put my shoe total up here. And then lastly, I will put my total weekend sales up for you as well. And if you like these kinds of videos, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.